I've just got back from a holiday to Japan where we nearly got stranded due to a typhoon that was blowing through. When it comes to travel, bad weather is one of the risks that you can face. When it comes to your home loan, lenders assess the risk that you pose as a borrower and make adjustments to the types of loans that they make available to you. In this week's video, I'll talk about credit risk and how it affects the types of loans that you can get as a borrower and what you can do to ensure that you're not prevented from accessing lower interest rate loans. The main thing to understand is that lenders have a choice when it comes to who they lend their money to. Just because you want to borrow, it doesn't mean they have to lend to you, especially if there's someone else who's applying for a loan at the same time who presents themselves as a better credit risk. So how do lenders make this assessment? It's got to do with your credit score. Every time you borrow money, pay an account, take out a store card or bank credit card and so on, a record's made on your credit file. You get a positive score every time you pay an account on time. You get a negative score every time you don't pay your accounts on time. You get an entry on your credit file every time you apply for a loan, which is why you shouldn't shop around for loans too much. Things like your phone account, your home loan, electricity and water accounts, and your credit card limits are all used to make up your credit file. After all these pluses and minuses, you end up with a single number between 0 and 1200 that represents you as a borrowing risk to lenders. It differs from lender to lender, but as a guide, if your score is over 850, and this varies from lender to lender, then you would be seen as a low risk borrower by lenders. As your score drops, it means you've had more negative entries on your credit file and your risk to the lender increases, so do one of two things. Firstly, they could simply refuse to lend you money. As I've said before, lenders have a choice who they lend to and they're under no obligation to lend you money just because you apply for a loan through them. Secondly, they might want to mitigate their risk by offering you a loan at a higher interest rate. In the event of a default, they would have received more interest payments and that covers any losses they might suffer. What this means to you as a borrower is by the time they use a higher interest rate to calculate your repayment capacity, you wouldn't be able to borrow as much. This ensures the lender is protected from loss if you were to default on your loan, and it puts limits on the amount that you can borrow. So what can you do about keeping your credit file in pristine condition? The main thing you can do is to avoid the negative entries that cause your credit score to drop. Pay your bills on time, don't let anything get to the point where you have sent final notices or have a credit collection agency involved. Don't apply for loans too often and minimise the amount of your credit card limits. For the positive entries, keep up a good savings plan, set a budget and stick to it, and basically just follow sound money management principles. And not only will that improve the chances of getting the loan you want, it will also leave you in a better position financially anyway, so it's a win-win. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of credit files and how they're used by lenders. If you or someone you know is looking to take out a loan and would like someone to guide you through the process, I'm based in Nord in South Australia and I'd love to help. My contact details are in the description below, so please look me up. I look forward to seeing you with next week's video, and until then, happy house hunting.